super battlesuit is discharged into space, changing the life of one hapless duck and transforming him into a hero called Wonderduck.
What's up, George? What's going on in the House of Craze tonight?
Tonight we have a very special guest. His name is Justin Belmont, and the name of the book is Smokes the Fox. It's on Kickstarter, and it's coming up next.
Let's get it.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your meds, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome to Catch the Craze podcast. I'm your host with the most, Sam the Crazy Man Vera, and I am with
George, the Dreamer Martina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. We are live with you tonight, Wednesday, May 11th. We're going to be with you for about an hour. And we're going to be talking to Mr. Justin Beaumont, who is waiting for us to bring him in. We're going to be talking to him about Smokes the Fox, which sounds like a really, really cool title. It's a dope smoking mutant fox takes on the government. That's what the book is about. That's coming up next. But if you haven't done so yet, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Hit the link below. Hit like, comment, all that fun stuff. Hit the bell. Make sure that you know when we're going live. And we're actually going live right after this at 8 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. But what's going on with you, Sammy? What's happening, my friend?
What's happening? So, today is like, Sahara hot, right? So I'm working out. I'm working out, trying to get my guns on, right? It's harder as you get older to, get the curvaceousness of the, and accentuate, the extrapolation of the mosquito. I'm gonna sound like Jonathan.
Wow.
when we go to the block and you got that guy that says all this crazy outlandish stuff, but he doesn't know one damn thing he's saying. That's what
you
that
right
is.
there. That's you right
That's
there.
me right
Okay.
there. So I'm working out, right? I'm getting ready to pack it in. I got my sweat on. I'm good, right? So I bring the cars into the garage, right? Because I don't leave the cars out. I only bring them out when I'm working out, and I put them back in because the heat is so crazy. I don't want melt my tires out here, right? So I bring them back in, but then a gecko runs in.
Oh, the
So I'm like, I'm trying to get the boy. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? I said, do you understand how hot it is in here? I said, you're better off out there. I said, I just watered the lawn. You got some, you can, quench your thirst, you can hide underneath the leaves. What the hell? So I'm trying to get him, but he's jetting. He's like Carl Lewis. And I'm like, where you going? I'm like, I'm going all over the garage. I was like, you know what? Hell with it. I had to close it down. I said, yeah. I said, look, buddy, I try to save you. I said, I don't want this on my conscience. God, when I go to the pearly gates, don't hold that against me.
Wow. So wait, did you the gecko?
I just closed the garage. He's in the garage. I can't get him because he keeps running from me. He's a cute little bugger, but he keeps running.
That's it. He's taking his last breath right now as we speak.
Yeah, you should see me like a knucklehead. My neighbors were like, "What the hell is he doing?" I'm like, "Come here, buddy." I'm like, "Get over here."
Sam's adventures in Texas continue.
Yo, it's crazy.
They continue. They carry on. They carry on. So damn. All right. Well, it sounds like you're getting used to living out there in the Lone Star State.
And these bugs, they don't want to stay outside. They all want to come in here. And I'm like, yo, stay outside. I was like, yo, it's crazy. I feel bad for the spiders. I didn't watch it, but I got these 8-foot, wooden fences, on the perimeter. And so what the spiders make that their domain, and they, from top to bottom, is nothing but webs, right? And they catch everything and they eat them up. we had to get the exterminator because they make themselves their way into the house. And he went out there. I don't know what he used, a vacuum. I don't know what he did. But when I went out there was not one spider web on the fence. Everything was gone. I was like, oh, I didn't witness it. I was like, all right, it wasn't my fault. Sorry. But that's what's going on. Getting ready for what, in 10 days I'm heading over to the expo.
Yeah, you're going to Vegas, right? Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Yes, going to licensing expo. I got my children's books here, all my children's books, which will be available on the campaign, all full color. You'll be able to get every one of the children's books that I've created. So yeah, and then here's my branding, this Crazy Media Group right here on the hat. Bang.
The hats.
Yes, bang. And so I'm getting ready for that. And then I just got a letter from Fan Expo to tell me that they're starting this week to look at the applicants for Small Press and Artist Alley, and they'll make the decision on the 17th.
Wait, so you got a letter in the mail, or you got an email? Oh, you got an email. I thought they sent you a letter in the mail. That would have made more sense because it took them that long to respond. So I thought
this is like 4 weeks away, 5 weeks away, and they're not going to make the decision till the end of next week. I was like, yo, you can't plan.
Oh, the show is the weekend, the Father's Day weekend, right?
Yes, in June.
Yeah,
so I'm like, yo, you're gonna send me a letter to tell me what I already knew, that I'm still waiting, that I still gotta wait. That drives me nuts.
Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if you actually get in. But you're doing another show though in Texas, aren't you? Aren't you doing like a kids Comic-Con or something?
Yeah, it's a smaller event. It's called the Denton Comic Art Expo. It's a one-day show. It's a Saturday. Yeah. And I'll be there rocking out, and it's a kids show. It's a family and kids, and so cool. I'm taking all the kids books with me. Yeah, so that'll be dope. So I've been doing that. But again, when I come back from Vegas, I'll be launching There's Nail in My Toilet, issue number 2. And remember, if you back that campaign physically and you come back and back the second one, you're gonna get this refrigerator magnet. Bang! This is big. It's the size of a trading card, so it's a big magnet that you'll get in if you backed The Adventures of Wonderduck and you back There's Nail in My Toilet, you'll get it as well. So you have 2 ways to get it. If you didn't back issue 1, but you come back issue 2 and you backed Wonderduck, you get it. And if you backed issue 1 physically, you'll get it and you back issue 2. So there you go. Huge incentives for everybody. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's a lot of backing. Yeah, yes. But so May 31st, make sure you check us out because we're going to be live. It's going to be a launch party. So Tuesday,
7:30, we're going live.
31st, 7:30, launches at 8. So make sure you come on, say hello, say what's up. Make sure you signed up to the page too, because you want to be, it's nice to be live when we're signing up. Boom. We had a good time the last time we did that, which was last week, dude. It's been a week. 7 days. The campaign for The Adventures of Wonderduck has been live for 7 days. I feel like I've been doing this for 7 years. Like it's every day. It's every day, man. But it's good. It's good. And I've done well. The campaign right now I'm at 69 backers. Yeah. And so it's doing really well. Yeah, I'm at 2,400. We're a little under $600 away from unlocking Mr. Vera's print. If you scroll down, you'll see it. The Superman homage print that Sam did.
Look at that, beautiful.
For the cover. Yeah, that's a nice one.
That is sexy.
Look at Swole freaking out.
I know. He reminds me of me when I was 18.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Damn.
Nice.
That was me. I used the picture when I was 18 for that.
Did you? Okay. All right.
Like,
cool. Awesome.
Get the muscles on, bro.
Lion ass. Anyway. So we are.
I'm an 18-year-old picture. Watch.
We are close.
Guns on guns.
And so make sure that you go on there. The link is in the show notes. And we do a lot of live shows. We're doing live shows tonight. We got 2 tonight. We got the Morning Brew tomorrow morning.
Morning Brew.
And if you are watching the show, tomorrow morning. If you are watching the show right now, there's 5 of you watching. What's up, everybody? If you guys are watching the show right now, 6, nice. But you haven't pledged yet, now's the time. Because if you pledge right now, I'm adding this into your pledge.
Wow, look at that.
Into your paquete. So when it arrives, this will be in there.
Dope.
Yeah, big shout out to Mr. Hector Rodriguez and Sean Lee, who are the artists and colorists on this piece. So if you pledge while we're on the air tonight,
to my package.
Yeah, whoa. Easy.
Stop
Jesus.
looking. Stop looking.
Oh my God. If you pledge, this will be included. And we're at 69 backers. So this, I was telling the guys yesterday, I was on dispatches from outside the box yesterday with C. Michael Lanning and Randy Zimmerman and them boys yesterday. Big shout out to Raging 2 Network. I was there last night and I told them, so basically what I'm doing is this, all right? I planned all these incentives before the campaign launched. I had all these things planned out and I was planning on doing this and I was hoping that, I'd get to this and I'm surprised that I'm getting to this early, but what I'm doing is every 25 backers, right? Every 25 backers. Justin Belmont, you want this book. What up, Pops? So every 25 backers on the campaign, what I'm doing is, you guys are familiar with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Chocolate.
The golden ticket.
Yeah.
So basically what I'm doing is I'm putting a golden ticket in randomly in somebody's I'm going to use the word package again, but Sam gets all dirty when I use the word package.
No, you're the one.
No, this is
the one at the urinal looking over.
This is you. Wow, you've done that. I know you have.
It's happened to me.
No, sure it has. Anyway, listen, stop being dirty.
These are stalls.
I will be including randomly this golden ticket into your gift box when you receive it in the mail. So with this golden ticket, what you'll be able to do is when you catch me in 2023, late 2023,
catch me
at any convention, anything that I'm doing, if you come up to me and hand me that golden ticket, I will give you chapter 2. Well, no, not chapter 2, part 2 of the what up?
That's the one with the 69 backers.
Wow.
Oh,
What?
That's right.
That's so dirty. What's going on?
That's right.
This is a kid's show. I don't think that was like
Hercules.
I don't think that was like a diss, dog. Take it easy. Anyway, so I'm including this. So the goal is to get as many backers as possible. So every 25 backers, somebody's getting that golden ticket. Right now, I have 2 that are going out. Hopefully by next week or whenever, when we get to 75, I'll obviously do another one, 100 another one, and so forth. So yeah, there's a lot going on with the Adventures of Wonderduck, and I'll be posting all of that stuff on my social media. So make sure that you follow me over on Instagram at Get Your Meds. I'm on Facebook, and check out my link tree. I'm all over the place. But yeah, my brother.
Word.
This is what's happening, man.
So we're going to run this little promo, and when we come back, we're going to be talking to our guest about Smokes the Fox. So here's our promo. Where's that dang promo? Where is you? There you go. Hi, I'm Samuel, and I'm the creator of There's an Alien in My Toilet issue number 2 coming to Kickstarter. I'm so excited about this series. It's filled with variant covers, homage covers, and not only that, you get the guidebook, you can get the coloring book, and also the back issue variant covers from issue 1 if you missed that one. But not only that, I'm excited about the activity book. This one is filled with how to draw duty characters, puzzles, mazes, trivia questions, and so much more. But that's not all. I'm introducing volume 2 of the trading card game. And this one has the element cards, the level 1 cards, the villain cards, the hero cards, and so much more. But then you can also get the stickers. If you missed out on the sticker pack, here's your chance to get as many stickers as you want of some of the most adorable characters from the book. I'm so excited over the years that I've received so many critic reviews, especially the newest one from Mary Dumas from Pop Culture Place, who purchased 5 copies for her store, and she recommends it to every parent that comes along. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you, Mary. So, I hope that you all come back and support There's an Alien in My Toilet issue number 2. And for all you physical backers that backed us on issue 1 and you're coming back for issue 2, I have a special gift for you. This amazing refrigerator magnet of Super Duty as he does battle against the diabolical egomaniac overlord nemesis Poo-Poo. And that's my way of just saying thank you to every one of you. So if you haven't done so already, please sign up. And when we go live, make sure you pledge. I appreciate every one of you. Have a great day. What's up? Welcome to Catch the Craze.
What's going on?
You guys
What's up, buddy?
Oh, there
What's
it is.
up, buddy? Love the backdrop.
Yeah, I vested in a green screen. I thought, Might as well look professional when I'm doing this shit.
It works. It works. What's going on? How are you, man? Everything good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I got
awesome.
I got my Kickstarter running right now, and I got my Indiegogo. It's still in demand, and I've already hit my mark, so I'm already past my goal, my funding goal, and I'm hoping to get everything printed pretty soon. And I'm gonna fulfill. Actually, ahead of schedule is my plan to be one of the first people to actually fulfill before they said they were gonna. That's my plan anyway.
So right now it's May 20. Well, it ends May 20th. When was the fulfillment that you have planned?
I was gonna tell everybody I was gonna get everything out by August.
Okay. All right.
So
cool.
I'm shooting for July.
All right. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. So Justin, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll go into your Kickstarter.
I got into comics around the same time I got into marijuana. So around 15 years old. And I guess I was hooked since that first day I was passed the joint. And I was really big fan of indie comics. They had a big scene back then, if you remember. They had, everybody and their mother had their own character, it seemed. And I thought to myself, I need my own character. I want to have my own character. And one day I was just sketching, me and my friend, we were high, and I just had like a Bic pen or something, and I was just sketching out. And this Fox character came out. He looked a little bit like Cerebus, if you're familiar with Cerebus the Aardvark by Dave Sim. And I was influenced a lot by that character. And I don't know why it was a fox or any reason. I'm not like, keen on foxes or anything. I just drew a fox, and then I ended up giving him a pipe that was like a fucking frosty pipe at first. And then I ended up putting an X on the pipe because the X was for brand X is the way I was thinking. I was thinking something simple that it can be seen far away. So I thought an X would be cool. And then from there, I just had him in the back of my mind for all these years, and it just kept on eating at me. I got to do something with that character. And then in 2018, late 2018 in November, I decided to pull the trigger and actually begin production of my comic, Smokes. And I walked up to Mike Barron's table, out of all people. You guys familiar with Mike?
No, I'm not familiar with Mike. What does he do?
Mike Barron used to write Punisher for about 5 years. And he's the guy who created Nexus.
Right.
Familiar with that? And the Badger, the other character, the Badger, familiar with that? And he's just been around for a long time, writing comics. And he used to work for Valiant, Marvel, DC, pretty much everybody. He even did Dark Horse, Star Wars stuff for Dark Horse. And he's even won 2 Eisner Awards. So I was looking for a good writer, and he just happens to live in my neck of the woods. So I'm out here in Colorado, the capital of weed. And I didn't know Mike smoked pot, but I had a suspicion that he might. And later on, I found out that he did smoke, weed. And he said he was born to write this comic. So I gave him my idea, told him how I wanted it to go, and he came back with this amazing script. And then it turned into 2 different comic books, and I added Weaponized Werewolf, because Weaponized Werewolf was a villain in the Smokes story. And you're going to see both these comics go together. So when you read Smokes, some stuff is not going to be in that book, but when you read Weaponized Werewolf, it's going to kind of fill in those gaps. Gotcha. So you get a complete story when you read both.
Yeah, no, I'm looking through your campaign now, and some of this artwork, man, it's beautiful. So you serve as editor-in-chief. You hired Mike to draw the book, and then you have to write the book. Yeah, to write the book. And then who do you have? Lee Oakes is the illustrator. Is that who's illustrating the book?
Yeah, originally I hired Lee Oakes to just do the character model sheets. And then I liked how he did them. He did a good job on them. And then I actually hired him to draw the interiors. Awesome. And he's worked with Mike before. Believe it or not, they did a job together for Popeye's Chicken, the franchise. Yeah. And they had these comic books that were given to kids in their kids' meals. And it was called High Roller. You can look it up on YouTube. And they hired Lee Oakes to do the illustrations. And actually, Mike Barron wrote the comic. And then he sent me copies of those in the mail, and then I looked them over, and I was like, yeah, he does draw pretty well. And I checked out his stuff online, you know, and then he did such a good job on the model sheets. But, you know, doing sequential art is completely different than a model sheet.
Yeah.
But after I checked out his stuff, you know, I had the script. Actually, I got it edited first, and then after I got it edited, and then I hired Lee. I recommend you guys get an editor no matter who you hire as a writer. Even if you got the best writer on earth, I recommend that you guys use a editor, because there might be something you missed or whatever. You know, you got to make sure the story makes sense, you know, punctuation, all that stuff. Then I got Lee on board, and then I ended up getting are you familiar with Rodney Ramos? I got him to do the inks.
Right. Okay. Yeah. He's
a lot of Valiant stuff back in the 90s.
Did he do Batman too or something? I thought
he was doing Batman recently, I believe. And he goes back and forth and kind of just does stuff for DC and Marvel whenever they call him. Right, so he's just sitting there waiting for you, you know, waiting for the phone call, and then he just gets to work. So I had to catch him in between jobs, and I asked him because I met him before. He's a real nice guy, and he agreed, you know, to ink. And I got him to ink both of my books.
Awesome, dude. Yeah.
And you're an Alien guy, right?
You got some heavy hitters, man. This is good stuff. You got Kurt Hathaway, right? Letterer.
Yeah, Kurt Hathaway is doing the letters.
Yeah,
he's also my editor. He worked as an editor for Image Comics in the 90s for Rob Liefeld, believe it or not.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And he actually did my trailer, too. So if you guys wanted to run the trailer, you can see he did that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. So you have an Indiegogo, and you have this running. Well, the Indiegogo ended, and now it's on demand. So people, if you want to go to Indiegogo, they can get it there. And then you have this campaign. Was it one of those short campaigns? Was it like a 14-day campaign? This one?
I just threw it on for 30 days.
30 days. Okay.
I know there's people that won't back on Indiegogo, and there's some people that won't back on Kickstarter. So I figure if I give them both options, you know, I can get some customers, that won't back on Indiegogo. So I decided to do the Kickstarter, and like you see, I got 21 backers. That's 21 more backers. Yeah. That will enjoy the story, and and I'll be able to use this money to start working on the next issue.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. Yeah. You want to play the trailer, Sam? We'll check that out.
Nicely done.
Yeah, very cool. I like that.
Next time I'm going to do narration. That's my only thing I wish I did.
Just a little narration. Yeah, it looks good though, bro. It looks really good. I like it's very well done. I love the colors, like the way you guys capture that mood, that werewolf and the fox move. I love the font on the logo too. So now you hired Mike to do a full run. Like, how many issues are we talking about here for
I just hired him to do the one script, but I'm gonna hire him again for the second book. It's just a matter of when he's available, because he's very busy right now working on multiple multiple scripts.
Yeah.
But, I want to get it, done this summer and then start production on the next one.
Gotcha.
And I want to get these books printed because I'm actually getting invited to my first Comic-Con in August. Which one?
What are you doing?
Yeah, Colorado Springs Comic-Con. It's a pretty big convention. It's the second biggest one in Colorado.
Awesome.
They got about 500,000 people in that city, so it's a nice size.
Yeah.
So, and we got Jay Lee going to be there, and Bart Sears, Howard Chankin, the creator of Punisher, and I don't even know how I belong on that guest list, but I somehow made it.
Hey man, you made it. You're in.
I'll take it. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. And you're gonna have the books. You're gonna have these books there for people to buy.
Yeah, but I want to get them out to the backers before I go to that show, and I want the backers to get their books first, and then I'll be selling the books at the show. I'm probably just gonna, I'm just gonna sell them at the same price that I sell them online without the shipping, of course.
Right. Yeah.
And I'll have some other goodies too. I just had some. You see those license plates I had? I don't know if you checked out the swag I got.
Yeah, if you want to scroll down, I think they're in there.
Yeah, right there. I got those neck gaiters right there. You scroll up a little bit. I got bottle openers. I got those license plates.
Nice. That's cool.
They're all like solid metal aluminum, like a license, like a stop sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of aluminum. And you get one of those if you want to add it as an add-on. And then I got those neck gaiters right there too. If you don't want to wear it on your face, it's basically a cloth print.
Yeah, that's nice. And then you have the metal bottle opener, right?
Yeah, then I got these metal bottle openers. If you scroll down, right there. They're double-sided, like those old school bartender ones.
Yeah.
They came out nice. Those are $10 if you want to have it added on to your order.
Cool. So you have how many tiers do you have? How many reward tiers do you have on the campaign?
The Kickstarter's got less tiers than the Indiegogo. I got original art on the Indiegogo page, but right here I got a digital tier, and I got the sign tier, and then I just have the all 3 covers tier if you wanted to get all 3 covers.
Now, is that one book? Is it like one book ends and the other one begins, or is it 2 separate comics that you're getting?
They're 2 separate comics. You're going to get 2 separate books, and they're 2 separate titles, but the stories go together. But Weaponized Werewolf takes place 15 years prior to Smokes. But you want to read Smokes first, then you're going to want to dive into Weaponized Werewolf. And the story goes it's about Project Minotaur. You're an alien guy, right, Craze?
Yeah.
And if you're familiar with Dulce Base, Area 52 in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, the story is similar to that. In my book, I call it Project Minotaur, and it's right there on the border of Colorado and New Mexico. And it's underground, and they're working with alien greys, and they're creating these hybrids. And Smokes is the most intelligent hybrid that they created. And Weaponized Werewolf is the strongest, and Smokes is so intelligent, he's actually able to escape the facility. And this colonel makes the mistake of his life and gives the order to let Weaponized Werewolf loose to go chase down Smokes and eliminate him. So that's how the story starts.
Right.
Without this alien technology, none of this is possible. So
nice.
I use a little bit of the lore of the Area 52 lore in my book.
It's Area 51, no? Or am I wrong in saying
but
that?
they prefer that base is Area 52, like a sequel.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And those are stretch goals right there. So we unlock the Smoke sticker and the Weaponized Werewolf sticker, and that Sepoy, that gray alien right there, that unlocks at 8K. And I'm adding both campaign totals together so I can. And I'm almost to 8K. I'm about $400 and something short of hitting 8K. So And then when I unlock that, everybody who's a physical backer on either Kickstarter or Indiegogo is going to get, the perks, the stickers.
Right.
So
That's awesome, man. Yeah, there's the Indiegogo one there. All right, awesome. Yeah, you did gangbusters over here, man.
yeah, I did a good job on Indiegogo. I was on I think this is around my 80th show now.
80th.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
fucking shows, believe it or not.
Wow.
I saw your tour too. You kind of inspired me. You had that duty tour, whatever, online.
Yeah, that
tour,
was 30. That was 30. 80 is
You
old.
inspired me, and I overdid you a little bit, but you inspired me though.
Awesome.
Awesome, man.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nice. It looks good.
That's the peeing cover, the famous peeing cover right there.
Yeah.
Gerhard drew that, familiar with the Cerebus. That's inside the base right there. You can see a little glimpse inside Project Minotaur. This is later on after Smokes gets loose. He's in disguise, so no one knows he's a fucking pot smoking fox.
So what's the long game?
I wanted to do a mini series, 3 or 4 issues, with the same writer, and then close it up, and then maybe do a spin-off, or maybe do another comic, and then come back to him, or maybe I just might dive into a second, set of miniseries, or maybe just a long one-shot. It all depends on how everything goes. You know what I mean? And this is my first campaign. I don't want to go all crazy and I don't have the money to put out a whole line of books. You know what I mean?
Right.
No,
the production
value
value is really good.
Weaponized Werewolf. It's more of a horror book than Smokes is.
Right. Are you planning? Is there like a crossover element between the two?
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of the same characters in both books right there. You can see the alien. That's the boy right there. He's also in Smokes. Yeah. And you're going to see Colonel Mayberry, the guy who gave the order to let Weaponized Werewolf out. He's going to be in both books. You're going to see a lot of the same characters, but it did take place 15 years prior, but not much has changed.
So tell us about that. What was your thought process with regards to coming up with 2 titles where you have the crossover going on?
Well, at first I didn't have I just wanted to put out Smokes. And then when the script came back, in the script it said Bernie Wrightson type werewolf. And that was it. And then he named him Cheney in the book because Cheney was the name of that actor who played the Wolfman in the black and white movies. I think it was Lon Chaney or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he was like a famous actor who did the Wolfman. And then so he named him Cheney. But when Smokes was coming along kind of slow, the production, because the artist was working as a professor teaching art at college locally, and he was teaching from home, and he said it was taking it was really hard because of COVID, that teaching artwork is actually not that easy on to do it online, is what he says. Right. And then he had a bunch of stuff going on, and it just took forever for him to do the pages. So I said, well, why don't I just do another title and then tie these 2 books together and get a second artist working on it, at the same time. So I got 2 books running. Then when you add the pages together, you get like the same size as like a graphic novel or something, what everybody else is putting out. So I turned it into 2 books. And one day I came up with the name Weaponized Werewolf. I was just high. I was thinking of cool names because I knew I couldn't name it Cheney the Werewolf. It wouldn't really be a catchy, who's going to buy that comic? And I just came up with the Weaponized Werewolf. I thought it sounded pretty cool, but I know it's a little bit long, but I like the way it sounded. I just went with that. And then I had Kurt Hathaway to do the logo. And Kurt's designed so many logos, man. He designed Black Flag's logo for Dan Fraga.
Nice.
Did he design Smokes? He designed Smokes logo too? Smokes.
Yeah, me and him. I gave him the idea how I wanted it to go and everything. Yeah. And then Gerhard actually did the colors for the Smokes logo. Me and him worked on that together. So, and then Weaponized Werewolf, I don't know, it just came out nice. I thought the logo and everything. And then now I got these 2 books, you know what I mean? So I figured I'd sell them together and, not just get 1 comic, you get 2. And 2 stories that go together. and I'll get both books finished faster because I got two artists working simultaneously on different projects.
Yeah.
So that was my thinking behind it. But it wasn't
So
my
are you?
original intent.
So with the tie-in, Justin, are you doing like issue 0 of Weaponized Werewolf, then 1, 2, and then maybe by the time 3 comes around or whatever, he'll link up with Fox again? Or are you planning something like that, or is the crossover just going to happen whenever you want it to have? Like, there's really no plan as to what issue they get together.
Right now, I'm just gonna go back to focusing on Smokes 2, and then I'll probably go back and do a issue 1 of Weaponized Werewolves down the road.
Yeah,
I'll get back to him. So Weaponized Werewolf you consider as like a bonus when you back.
Right.
Okay.
And it's a backstory for Smokes, and it'll make sense once you read both. This isn't like some like Beavis and Butthead like goofy humor where he just like laughs and giggles and smokes pot. This is a very evolved, very entertaining story. Mike Barron does not disappoint. I can assure you. His first mission, his first job as a writer, he always says, is to entertain.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants you to turn that page. And once you get into it, you're gonna at the end you're gonna be like, oh man, I wish it was longer. And that's my only regret. That I wish I can make it 100 pages, but I don't have the budget for that or the time. Yeah. And I just want to get this out to the people. I want to get it early. I want to show everybody that I can do it. I can fulfill. And actually see my dream in print. You know what I mean? I know it must have been exciting for you to have your first comic book in your hand when you got it first printed.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, there's always that feeling.
I want. I want that feeling. I want it in my hands. And
Yes, Aaron's asking what's Smoke's favorite strain.
Oh, his favorite strain. I don't know if he has one yet. He's only smoked like one kind in the book. He steals these kids' stash, and he just gets whatever he gets. And that's how he got his pipe too. He stole the pipe from these kids. They were camping and they fell asleep and they, lost their stash. So,
and Fox do what foxes do. That's good stuff, man. I like it, man. It's it's different. It's different than anything else. How long is the book? I know it's in the campaign, but just tell the people who are watching how
it's 28 pages, and that Smokes, and then Weaponized Werewolf is 16 pages. But I'm trying to actually make these a little bit bigger right now. I'm gonna add some fan art, some pinups or something in there, and I'm gonna I might add a couple ads too.
Okay.
Because you gotta have a couple ads in your book. You know what I mean? Gotcha. It doesn't feel like a comic book without some ads. I don't want to overdo it though either. I don't want to have a fucking ad every 3 pages or something either. But just a few ads, and then wrap it up. I'm gonna go down. I'm actually gonna go to a local printer. Some guy recommended that I use a local printer. That way I can be down there and see what the fuck they're doing and watch the process. And if there's something wrong, instead of going back and forth on in emails and all these long explanations, I can just be right there and just see it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I think I'm going to do that and then see how that goes. And then, I just bought all the stuff to fulfill. I got 1,000 backboards coming, bags and boards. And I got, a big pack of Gemini mailers that just came in. So I got everything I need to fulfill right now. I just got to get a system down and, get to it once I get them printed.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely. So, so Dismay says Smoke's greatest nemesis is Smokey the Bear. So we're at that point where we're going to give you the screen, and this is where you give your elevator pitch and tell everybody why they should back this campaign, and then where they can find you on social media. So it's all yours.
Well, if you like alien stuff, if you listen to Coast to Coast or anything like that, you're going to like this book. If you are a reader of Valiant comics in the 90s, you're going to like this book. So a lot of people that have worked on this book have worked for Valiant, like Rodney Ramos, Mike Barron, of course. And we got Peter Palmiotti, who actually did a pinup. He was just in the chat earlier. He's probably still in here. He did a pinup for the book. And I'm actually going to get some more Valiant guys down the road. You're going to really like the story, and then you're going to get into it. and you're going to be begging me for a second issue. You're not going to be able to wait for it. You're not going to be able to contain yourself after you read these books. And you can find me at Justin Belmont _ between my first and last name on Twitter. I don't really do Facebook or anything like that. And you'll see me around on these podcasts. I'm trying to, do as many as I can. I'm always out here promoting and, doing my thing.
Awesome. You're from Colorado when you mentioned coast to coast.
Well, I'm originally from upstate New York. I moved out here in 2000.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I like
where upstate, Justin? Where upstate? Where you from?
Utica.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're up there.
It's way
Utica.
upstate.
Yeah, you're up there. Yeah. Good stuff, man.
My wife listens to George Morey all the time.
Oh,
and,
I'm a coast to coast insider.
Yeah,
paid member.
Nice. Yeah. My mother-in-law listens to Coast all the time. I used to listen to it all the time, but I fell off for a while. But my wife listens to it all the time.
I usually catch the alien ones and stuff like that. The ones that I'm interested in, like time travel and Bigfoot or something like that. If it's a topic that I want to listen to, I'll tune in. And being a member is pretty good because then you can listen to it the next day. You don't have to stay up to fucking 5 a.m, whatever it is on the East Coast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, Peter's still in the chat. He just says something there. He just put it up and took it off there.
He says Justin put a lot of work into both books. Looking forward to reading them.
Yeah, thank you, man. Pete's a big supporter of all things indie, so big shout out to him. But Justin, this is awesome, man. Good luck with everything. Where will people find you next? What's your next podcast that you're going to be at?
I think I'm going to be actually tonight is my next appearance on my own show.
All right.
I got this new show called The High Stream, where we basically just smoke pot, talk about comics, and do funny skits, and show pot videos, stuff like that, pot trivia. It's a real good time. It's on my channel. I'm gonna drop the link so you guys can put that in the chat.
Yeah, definitely. What time is that? What time is
that?
At
1 a.m. Eastern though, so you got to be up really late on a Wednesday night.
1
a.m. 11 my time, so it's not that bad for me.
It's stoner time.
Yeah, and it's co-hosted with Mr. Good Stuff. Tonight's gonna be a good time. So if you guys are gonna be up, check out the show. I just put it in the private.
Yeah, I'm putting it in the chat, so this way anybody who wants to catch it.
That's my channel right there. You'll find it on there when I go live.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
1 a.m. Eastern tonight. So Thursday morning.
Basically, yeah.
That's every Wednesday we do this. This is my second episode. So
all right.
There you go. Fantastic, brother.
Man. There you go.
Congratulations on a successful launch on your campaign, and good luck at the Comic-Con in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
You're doing the right things, bro. You're partnering with the right people. You're making all the right moves. You're killing it.
Doing shows too, you said?
Huh?
Are you doing shows? You just got invited last minute, you said?
No. I'm doing. I'll be at the Las Vegas Licensing Expo in a couple of weeks, and then I'm waiting for Dallas Fan Expo to confirm. I keep getting letters that they're still reviewing, even though it's in a couple of weeks. So if that goes good, I'll be at the Fan Expo. And then in August, I'll be at the Denton Comic Art exhibit.
We got the Denver Fan Expo coming up in beginning of July.
Yeah. Maybe next year because I have family out in Aurora, so maybe next year.
That's where I live, on the edge of Aurora.
Nice. Yeah, maybe when I head out there for next year for Comic-Con, we'll hook up. All right, brother. Congratulations again, and you know what? You're welcome back anytime. Just hit us up.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You got it,
brother.
bud.
Take care.
Later.
All right. So yeah, I mean, fantastic. The artwork is legit. Trying to get high at one.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah. That's usually I'm crashing around midnight, and because I get up around 7 and then I go to sleep around 1. But yeah. No, the story looks good. I mean, running 2 campaigns simultaneously, doing 80 podcasts. Man, I was burnt out with 30.
Yeah, man.
I was burnt out with 30. I don't know how he does it. So fantastic.
No, but good book, man. Good book. A lot of nice artwork in there. you know, really interested in what the story is about. You know, Smokes the Fox.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's good.
amazing. It's amazing how you have one campaign, here's two campaigns. One popped off on Indiegogo and the other one is a moderate, on Kickstarter. So you don't know. You just don't know because that you can be successful on one and not as successful on the other, and it doesn't intersect. And I wonder why.
Yeah, that's and listen, I mean, when you say successful, you know, over 6 Gs, and
he killed it.
over there, yeah, that's a lot of subscribers, that's a lot of pledges, and you know, with Indiegogo, they take your money right away, so that money is an escrow.
Boom.
It's just waiting for it to be
Speaking of that,
released to
yeah,
him.
I took the survey for Kickstarter and I brought that up.
Yeah,
I brought it up.
no, seriously, something's got to. You know what it is? It's like, and they may lose some people because some people like the fact that you can wait, the 30 days, and things can change. But and I always say there's two sides to it, because as a pledger, because I've pledged to a lot of campaigns, there is that flexibility where, like, all right, maybe I don't have the $300 I'm about to spend on all these campaigns, but in 30 days the money will be there, so I'll be fine. I'll just keep pledging, keep pledging. Whereas if you tell me you're gonna take my money right now, I may have to wait a little bit. So from a pledger standpoint, excellent. Take them. I mean, from a pledger standpoint, not so good. Don't take my money. From behind the table, the person who's doing the campaign, the person who's trying to get this money, it's better if it's taken ahead of time, because there aren't any changes. There aren't any sudden, I mean, they could probably still cancel their pledge if they change their mind, but at least you know that whatever money is there. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, they're saying what are the things they said? What if they're talking about funding you back? They said, what if we, at the close of the event, whatever was collected, we send that to you while we're waiting on the others, and then we'll send that to you on the 14th day, because everything's in 14 days for them. So she goes, would you be happier if we sent you what we collected at the close immediately on day one, and we send that to you, and then with no extra fees to you, and then we send you the remainder of the portion on the people that they're waiting on the 14th day? And I was like, yep. I was like, so, but I did put, that's like, one of the things I called out was, the people who sign up, they should be able to receive the same updates that everybody who backed it gets, because they don't get it. They're not alerted to what's going on. And I put the landing page should be searchable on Kickstarter, and you can never find it.
No, you can't
in the
find
search.
it. You have to send that link out directly to them.
Yeah.
The other thing too is, like, even the night of the launch, when we launched my campaign, we couldn't find what the error was unless you know exactly where to look.
Yeah.
There aren't any red flags that tell you this is what you have to change.
Yeah.
This is where the mistake is, and they need to put those things in place so that okay, I got to clean that up. That's what's causing it. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So unless you've done it for a while, which Daphne Lage has, big shout out to her, you won't know. So yeah, man, it's a thing. I mean, and Indiegogo obviously has its own following, and Kickstarter has their own following. Zoop is out there now. We had a guest yesterday that does Zoop. So there's a bunch of crowdfunding campaigns nowadays. But like we've mentioned before, we're going to move away from these live shows being for Kickstarters. We're going to be doing interviews with creators, sort of like what we were doing before, where we would get, a lot of just, we're talking shop. It's just two creators talking shop, because I understand from a creator standpoint that as soon as the light goes on, as soon as the light goes green, you want to talk about your product because you want to talk about your Kickstarter. Let's talk about my product. And you're constantly, so we're not getting to know the artist or the writer or the creator behind the product. We only get to know the product because it's only 45 minutes, and that's just not enough time to sometimes to convince somebody or to get enough pledges on a show. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start recording the Kickstarters and going live with the creators who want to talk about the process and their journey and things of that nature.
Yeah.
We're going to start doing that. Yeah. I think June, right? We're starting that in June or
June. Yep.
June. Yeah. June. So if you do have a campaign and we're still going to do them. but we're gonna save that for the pre-recorded show.
Yeah. So all
Craze.
Kickstarter campaigns will air on Fridays as pre-recorded shows, and so which is why it's in your best interest to hit us up 45 days at minimum before your campaign launches. So because once we pre-record it, we can put it in to time it with your campaign. And the live shows will be dedicated to what we are known for at Catch the Craze, is really to talk to the indie creator about, them. And that's what we want, because I think that the biggest education comes from that, for our listeners out there as well. So yeah, with that, another great episode. Again, thank you again, guys, so much. If you haven't done so, check it out. Check out Smokes the Fox. It's on Kickstarter. And Weaponized Werewolf is on Indiegogo. And don't forget, The Adventures of Wonderduck is going on right now. And so if you haven't backed it, go and check it out. The link is in the summary. I think we're trying to get to 75 backers next. And a lot of incentives. George has a lot of incentives, so you take advantage of those incentives, and let's unlock that stretch goal with that amazing piece, but that fantastic artist, the Crazy Man. That's just crazy stuff. And sign up for the Nailed in My Toilet issue 2. Come and back both campaigns, Wonderduck and Nailed in My Toilet, and you'll get this trading card size refrigerator magnet. So a lot of incentives. If you like this episode, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, let the world know that you like Catch the Craze and you support Catch the Craze. And with that said, I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera.
Don't forget, we're going to be back in about 9 minutes.
9 minutes. We'll be back.
This make Carlos Man. Let's get it. All right.
Yes.
George Sajima Medina.
Peace. No, I was talking about my friend Acquis. I met him. Say my name, right? This is what you were thinking? Oh, he described me. He said, I'm the
what? Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. To Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze. Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. Candy girl.